Hello, my name is Sanzhar and this is my midterm project for advanced quality assurance. Let's start. Let's start with the system description. My project is called Personal Block Platform API. It is a monolithic RESTful service written in Go and it is structured according to clean architecture. The project have like 4 layers, which is domain, service, handlers, and repository. Technology that was used is Go, Chi, PostgreSQL, Swagger, Docker, GitLab CI, linter, and test containers. Key functionalities we have CRUD operations, filtering, pure IP rate limiting, graceful shutdown, optimistic clocking, methodology. I used risk-based testing approach, which is before writing any test. I have like 5 of my system components was assessed for 2 factors. First one is how much is likely to have a defect and how much it is severe, how much severe will be the consequences if it happened. So you can look at the score, 9, 8, 8, 6, and 3. Design strategy, I have like 2 levels, which is a unit test that cover individual components in isolation and integration tests that verify that all layers work together correctly. Each one of these the level of test cases is covering 4 scenarios. It is positive path, negative path, edge cases, and concurrency scenarios. Automation tools. In my project, there is a Go test, Testify, Mockery, HTTP test, test containers Go, in Galaxy CI-lint. Automation implementation. So unit tests cover all of these 4 layers. In total, 41 unit tests. Integration tests in total I have 25 test cases that covering the full CRUD flow end to end, and all of them is 66 test cases. CI/CD pipeline, 3 stages: lint, unit test, and integration. You can look here. This is my most recent commit and most recent pipeline. 3 stages. Each one of them are passed. We can look at them directly. Quality gate passed. Total coverage 34. Here we have our other coverages. Yes. Well, we can also look at the integration test if we want. Yeah. We're starting a Docker container for Postgres and running like each one of these integration tests. All of them are passed and job is succeeded. So here you can look at the quality gates. Each one of my gate is passed through the threshold. None of them is below the threshold. So let's talk about the results of each task that were given on those midterm. So re-evaluating high-risk components. So after adding tests, I updated each one of these modules risk score. So right now we have like 6, 6, 4, 6, and 2. So about evidence, I have no failed test cases and no flaky tests. Coverage, almost all of them is good except for rate limiter because it is below borderline, which is needed to be 70%. It will be worked on in the future assignments. Here we have a map evidence to risk dimensions. We can see that after adding tests, the detectability are growth, and likelihood of happening of some risk is dropped for the most cases. Expand automation and coverage. So I added additional 8 integration tests that are covering like 4 scenario types, which is failure, edge, concurrency, and invalid input. So here is described mandatory test categories. required test types, unit test 41, integration test 25, and end-to-end tests. I have no one, but integration tests are covering the end-to-end tests. Yeah. Here you can look at the screenshots. Yeah, it is old pipeline. Here you can look at the most recent one. Yeah, I already showed you. So we can move on. There is a link to the repository. So linter, each one of them are passed. Everything is good. Pipeline flow, push, lint, unit test, quality gate, integration test. Yeah, another quality gates. Here you can see that each one of these gates are passed. Everything is good. Critical analysis thresholds were well calibrated. The 30% overall gate is intentionally low. The scope includes generated mocks and infrastructure packages. Business critical package all individually exceed 80%. No failures. The gap is obviously rate limiter, that is below the reasonable 70% per package threshold. Metrics collection. So the coverage, again, everything is good except rate limiter. Defect detection 0. Efficiency, we can see that it is very much big difference from before and after. And if we go to the final stage of discussion, we can see that everything that were planned in assignment 1 and how it actually turned out in this midterm, yeah, everything except of rate limiter is good. So here we have like required insights, like incorrect assumptions, missing test scenarios that were added in task 2 today. Insufficient automation design, yeah, because of the 30% overall coverage gate. Like I missed that rate limiter has only 62.8 per package result, which will be worked on in the future again. What worked, what didn't work. What didn't work is the linter or in Windows CI Runner, so it produced like false lint errors from formatting linters. It was fixed. And lastly, improvements for the next phase, like adding per package coverage gates and write test for rate limiter spoofing and cleanup pass and enforce a request body size limit. Now we can run the tests. Here you can see that each one of these tests are working. Everything's good. Everything's great. Yeah. So let's look at the tests. For example, this is test for rate limiting. For example, this is service tests. Here we have our integration test. Yeah, for example, it is set up like for set up for integration test, test for post API. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. I wanted to defend my second assignment tomorrow, but since you won't be able to conduct the tomorrow's lessons, I would like to defend my assignment 2 here. So here we have updated QA test strategy for assignment 2. Yeah, so there is listed the objectives. There is like risk assessment result. Yes, so you already watched it in the midterm project. Testing levels like unit test, integration test, API test is like manually testing by Postman. I didn't add it in midterm, but there it is. Performance test I didn't add, probably would add in the future. So here we have like a manual and automated test. Yes, so unit test, automated, HTTP handlers, integration test, automated. Yeah, so high risk areas is like handlers, repository, service layer, and then rate limiter at the end. So here is like tools, yeah, which were mentioned in midterm project. There is each one of these test cases listed here. Like there is many of them, like so there is also like script implementations, yeah. So for example, like in domain level like 7, service layer 12, HTTP 117, rate limiter 5, yeah. Already mentioned in midterm. So version control tracking, there is like the history of my commits. All of them is very old because my pet project is like I write it a long time ago. So here we have quality gate for CI/CD integration. Yeah. So pass, everything is pass, everything is good. Yeah. Here we have like my pipeline configuration. We don't have to look at the screenshot. We can look at here. Yeah. So yeah, for 3 stages like lint, unit test, and integration tests. Okay. Yeah, there is a pipeline. I already showed it. Yeah, another one, CI/CD pipeline. Yeah, like each one of this step, like the description of it, already explained it in the midterm. Failure handling, yeah. Each one of this scenario, yeah, and how what action will be required, yeah. Coverage metrics, like coverage, like how many by tests there is a coverage in each one of these like model feature. There is a mistake that need to be addressed. Yeah, 70%. It is like it is not like factual. It was in actuality it was like 62. Coverage per package. There is also like some kind of errors that needs to be addressed in the future, but overall 34 is quite correct. Okay, execution time, like how fast tests are going. Yeah, there's most about like unit test and integration. Integration at the end. Yeah. Defects found. Yeah. So as you can see, 0 defects. Everything is good. Everything is good. 0 defects. Everything is passed. Each one of these like test cases before after comparison. Yeah. So oh, I'm sorry. What did I do? Yeah, so in first assignment total test cases were 41, then it is 58, and now in midterm we have 66. Yeah, so evidence for reproducibility, so evidence like test output, coverage report, yeah, CI config, lint config, version control. And lastly, we have like the structure of the project, and that's pretty much it. Anything else I already showed in the midterm. Again, thanks for watching. I'm sorry that I didn't like defend it earlier. So yes, goodbye.